I just wanted to talk briefly about parenting in the age of perfection, which is really challenging for any of us, but especially if we deal with like any type of substance abuse issue, or we're grappling with just maintaining our moods, trying to stay even keeled and juggle the schedule with the childcare. It's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to admit like maybe I'm done with alcohol because I have to choose my battles at this point, right? Like we juggle alcohol, but we also keep it at the top of the priority list in terms of our activities, extracurriculars, what we do with any spare time we have. And worst of all, we consider alcohol to be self-care, which it is not. PSA. Moms are told that alcohol is self-care. Like you can go to places and it's like, even at the spa, there's wine, or mommy get-togethers, it's all about the wine. Anytime you go to a restaurant or for brunch or whatever, it's like it's drinking, right? To relieve the stress caused by your family and your children. But is it really your family and your children that are causing you the stress, or is it just you and your own perfectionism issues and trying to juggle an impossible schedule in a world that is stacked against you and a world that doesn't allow you to win and doesn't allow you to rest? I can say, like, I'm a working full-time mom with 2 kids who are almost 7 and 4, a husband, and I literally have the hour between 9 and 10 p.m. at night to myself. That's the only time. You don't really get much time on weekends either, right? So like, I used to consider my spare time to be drinking time, and obviously getting those drinks in at dinner time too with my hubby or friends, bottles of wine, having a nude, always bringing like a road pop to the park with the kids. Like I had to fit in alcohol because I thought that that was self-care, and I thought that that was fun, and I thought that I needed that to get away from my family. What a fucking terrible way to live, to consider your family as something to escape from. But I did feel that way. I felt like it was stressful to have to do all the jobs that are just really living. But what about if you were able to find joy in the tasks that are living? What about if you flipped the script on yourself and you turned alcohol upside down on its head and you said, actually, you're sending me a message that this is work and this is shitty and this is exhausting and this is stressful and my kids are something I just need to deal with until they can go to bed and I can drink my wine? What if you realized that the alcohol and your own addictive tendencies and your need for rest and rejuvenation and stress management were actually making you turn to alcohol, rather than realizing everything that you need is already within yourself? The rest, the relaxation, the stress relief, that's inside you. It's in your mind because you are the one that captains the ship. You are the one driving the boat. You are the one responsible for your mental health. And when we are told that mental health equals drink and booze, which we are, especially as women, we have to remember and come back to that fact that they want our money. It's all a business. And it's all about keeping us drunk and keeping us spending that money. Whether it's in restaurants, whether it's getting drunk in online shopping, whether it's retreats, whether it's buying bottles at the liquor store, spending money at restaurants. This is about business, and it's about keeping you drunk so you don't do other things that are more evolved with your life. And I burned out because I tried so hard to be loyal to alcohol. I tried to keep alcohol as my number 1 favorite child. And unfortunately, eventually the body and the mind win. And you need to pick. Is it going to be your real family, or is it going to be alcohol and drugs? And you see everybody all the time walking around dysregulated because they're choosing alcohol and drugs. They are choosing the lie. They are choosing their addiction. They are choosing what they know. Maybe they witnessed it in their family. Maybe they're just too addicted to stop. Maybe they don't know how to cope. And they can't stop. It's a vicious cycle. I am so grateful every day of my life that I was able to realize alcohol is no longer serving me. Alcohol is actually ruining my life, and I want to stop. And not because I need to stop, I want to. I want my life to be better than it is now, because right now feels like a lie. It feels like alcohol is saying, have the drink, you need the drink. And then I drink it and I feel worse than I did before, not better. So if this is you, I wanted to share this message as a mother, as a busy woman and as someone who was fed the lie that you need alcohol every day of your life to have fun, you need to drink it at every social gathering that you go to, you need to drink it to be worthy, to be with your friends, to be with your family, to go to a restaurant, to go to a club, to go dancing, to go anything. You need to have alcohol there in order to be worthy. That is a fucking lie. You are so much more than enough. And if you truly believe that you do, then you are believing the same lie that millions and millions and millions of people believe for various reasons. But it is a lie. And when you choose to view your family as your family and something that's joyful and a privilege and yes, challenging, but you remove those toxins from your life so you don't have those up and downs, you don't have those moods, you don't have those cravings, and you don't consider alcohol is my number one top child, alcohol is my favorite firstborn, the other ones, sure, I'll deal with, but alcohol is my favorite child. When you realize like that's actually a really unfair, bad way to live, not just to your family, but to yourself, what an incredible opportunity to start the next chapter of your life. I started it at 40. And trust me, when there is zero ego in what I'm telling you right now, because never did I think I would be saying these words to you. I was never supposed to be the sober one. I was supposed to be the party girl. I was supposed to be the old lady getting drunk. And I'm grateful every day. And I'm never going back to that. You know what I consider fun now? A marinated Diet Coke, this epic, very extra candle with the gems in it. I can spend my money on whatever I want that's not alcohol now. And I recommend if you're struggling with alcohol and it's no longer serving you, that you take a look at your life and just maybe give it some thought of like, actually, alcohol is not in control. Alcohol is not self-care, and alcohol is not my friend, and alcohol is a liar. And life could be a lot more beautiful than it is now, and it doesn't have to be so hard. Sending all the love to you. Happy Sober Tuesday.